everyone. Welcome back to Englo Talks. We're so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening while traveling, relaxing at home, or practicing your English during a break, thank you for joining us.
Hey everyone, it's great to have you here again. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We've got another practical English lesson that will help you sound more confident in conversations.
That's right. I remember when I first started learning grammar rules, some topics seemed really confusing at first. One of those topics was direct and indirect speech. I would often wonder, why do people change the words when they report what someone said?
Oh, I completely understand. Many English learners feel the same way. But the good news is that direct and indirect speech are much easier than they seem when you learn them step by step.
Exactly. Today, we're going to make reported speech simple and practical. We won't focus on difficult grammar terms. Instead, we'll look at how people actually use it in daily conversations.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to report what people said, understand the difference between direct and indirect speech, avoid common mistakes, and sound more natural when speaking English.
We'll also give you lots of examples, practice activities, and real-life situations that you can use immediately.
Before we begin, here's a question for you. Have you ever heard someone say, "She said she was tired," and wondered why they didn't simply repeat the original words? Let us know in the comments.
And if you enjoy learning English with us, don't forget to like this episode, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Englo Talks for more practical English lessons every week.
All right, everyone, let's jump right into today's lesson and make reported speech easy.
Let's start with the basics. First, what is direct speech? Direct speech means repeating someone's exact words.
Here's a simple formula. Direct speech equals speaker plus said plus exact words. For example, Sarah said, "I am happy." John said, "I like coffee." My teacher said, "Study every day."
Notice that we use quotation marks because we're repeating the exact words.
Now, let's look at indirect speech, which is also called reported speech. Indirect speech equals speaker plus said plus that plus reported message. Sarah said that she was happy. John said that he liked coffee. My teacher said that we should study every day.
Great examples. In indirect speech, we don't repeat the exact words. Instead, we report the meaning.
Think about daily life. Imagine your friend says, "I'm busy today." Later, you tell another friend. He said that he was busy that day. That's reported speech.
Here's another everyday example. My sister says, "I need some help." Later, I tell my mother, "My sister said that she needed some help."
Notice something interesting. The verb often changes. Am becomes was, need becomes needed, like becomes liked, go becomes went.
Yes, this is called backshifting. Don't worry about the big word. Just remember that the tense often moves one step into the past when reporting something.
Let's practice with a few examples. Direct speech. I work in a bank. Indirect speech. He said that he worked in a bank. Direct speech. I am studying English. Indirect speech. She said that she was studying English. Direct speech. I have finished my homework. Indirect speech. He said that he had finished his homework.
Very nice. Now let's talk about pronouns. If Anna says, "I love my job," you don't say, "Anna said that I loved my job." You say, "Anna said that she loved her job."
Exactly. The pronouns change according to the speaker.
Here's a question for our listeners. Can you change this sentence into reported speech? Tom said, "I am tired." Take a moment and think.
The answer is, Tom said that he was tired.
Excellent. Here's another one. Mary said, "I play tennis every weekend."
The reported version is, Mary said that she played tennis every weekend.
Let's also look at negative sentences. Direct. I don't like spicy food. Indirect, she said that she didn't like spicy food. Direct, I can't swim. Indirect, he said that he couldn't swim.
Can you try making your own example? Think about something a friend told you recently and report it in indirect speech.
Write your example in the comments. We'd love to see your sentences.
Quick review. In this section, we learned how time words, place words, and questions change when we use reported speech.
Now, let's start to another very useful area, reporting commands, requests, and advice.
This is something native speakers do every day.
Imagine your mother says, clean your room. Later, you report it, my mother told me to clean my room.
Notice that we use told plus person plus to plus verb.
More examples. Close the door. He told me to close the door. Be careful. She told me to be careful.
Now let's look at requests. Direct. Please help me. Indirect. She asked me to help her.
Very common in daily English. Direct. Please call me later. Indirect. He asked me to call him later.
Let's talk about advice. Direct. You should exercise more. Indirect. My doctor advised me to exercise more.
That's a very natural sentence.
Here's another. Direct. You should save money. Indirect. My father advised me to save money.
Let's practice together. Direct. Don't be late.
Reported version is, she told me not to be late.
Notice the negative form, not to plus verb.
Very important. Direct. Don't touch that. Indirect. He told me not to touch that.
Let's do a mini practice. I say, please open the window. How would you report it?
I would say, you asked me to open the window.
Excellent.
Here's another one for listeners. The teacher said, finish your homework. Try reporting it before I give the answer. The answer is, the teacher told us to finish our homework.
Speak these examples out loud. Repetition helps build confidence and fluency.
The more you practice reporting conversations from your daily life, the more natural your English will become.
Write one reported command or request in the comments section.
To review, commands often become told someone to do something, requests become asked someone to do something, and advice often becomes advised someone to do something.
Now, let's talk about mistakes. Don't worry, we all make them. Even experienced learners sometimes make these errors.
Mistake number 1. Forgetting to change pronouns. Incorrect. Sarah said that I am tired. Sarah said that I was tired. Correct. Sarah said that she was tired.
Why is the first one wrong? Because Sarah is talking about herself, not you.
Mistake number 2. Forgetting tense changes. Incorrect. He said that he is busy. Correct. He said that he was busy.
Learners often keep the original tense. Remember that reported speech usually moves one step back.
Mistake number 3. Keeping question word order. Incorrect. She asked, where do I live? Correct. She asked where I lived.
This happens because learners think it's still a direct question, but it's now a statement structure.
Mistake number 4. Forgetting time word changes. Incorrect. He said he would come tomorrow. Correct. He said he would come the next day.
Here's a funny example. My friend said, I'll visit you tomorrow. 3 weeks later, I reported, he said he'll visit me tomorrow. Well, that would sound very confusing.
Exactly. The listener would wonder which tomorrow you mean.
Let's practice. Incorrect. She told to study. Correct. She told me to study.
Remember that tell usually needs a person after it.
Don't feel discouraged if you make these mistakes. Every learner does.
Try correcting these examples yourself and write your answers in the comments.
Learning happens through practice, mistakes, and improvement. That's how everyone progresses.
Keep practicing, and these common errors will gradually disappear from your English.
It's time for a fun activity. Choose the correct sentence. Situation 1. John said, I am hungry. Option A. John said that he was hungry. Option B. John said that I was hungry.
The correct answer is A. John is talking about himself.
Situation 2. Maria said, I will travel tomorrow. Option A. Maria said that she would travel tomorrow. Option B. Maria said that she would travel the next day.
The better answer is B.
Situation 3. Please sit down, the teacher said. Option A. The teacher asked us to sit down. Option B. The teacher asked us sit down.
The correct answer is A, because we need to.
Situation 4. Where do you work? She asked. Option A. She asked where I worked. Option B. She asked where did I work.
The correct answer is A.
Situation 5. Don't run, Dad said. Option A. Dad told me not run. Option B. Dad told me not to run.
The correct answer is B.
Say the correct answers out loud. Speaking helps you remember the structures.
You can also change the tone. For example, she said, she told me, she explained, she mentioned. All of these can report information in different situations.
Here's a challenge. Create one sentence using direct speech and then change it into indirect speech.
Real conversation matters more than perfection. Focus on communicating clearly and naturally.
Wow, we've covered a lot today. You learned how direct speech repeats exact words and how indirect speech reports what someone said in a more natural way.
We also covered 3 major areas. First, the basic structure of direct and indirect speech. Second, changes in pronouns, tenses, and time expressions. Third, reporting commands, requests, and advice.
Remember, you don't need to master everything immediately. Take one step at a time. Practice with real conversations from your daily life.
Here's a question before we finish. What sentence did someone say to you recently, and how would you report it in indirect speech? Tell us in the comments.
If you found this lesson helpful, please like this episode, share it with another English learner, leave a comment, and subscribe to Englo Talks for more practical English lessons.
Thank you for spending your time with us today. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in your progress.
Every conversation is a chance to improve your English.
Take care, keep learning, and see you next time.